I don't know what that is, but welcome to Toonkind FPS. What was that sound? Who was that?
Oh, that it was tinfoil. Sorry.
Solid opener. Okay, for those of you who guessed the sound effect, congratulations, you won nothing. Welcome to Toonkind at 12 FPS. As you will have guessed, one of my guests here today is the lovely Owl and the other is Snail. Would you both like to introduce yourself officially and who you're playing?
I hold up Snail. This is Snail. I appreciate them very much. They play Snailian. I then wait.
I hold up Owl. This is Owl. We appreciate them very much, even though they are a sleepy bean. They are playing Shorts Kid, who loves shorts.
And nobody is going to hold me up because I'm too heavy. I am Modmad, and I am playing the engineer.
I hold up Modmad.
Bitch, we hold up Modmad. This is Modmad. They're such a good DM. No. They are playing the engineer.
Well, it's kind of going to be a three-way, because FPS is, I mean, it's completely dissolved. 12 FPS came from, like, you know, on twos, so it's, like, between two players. We don't give a shit, it's become its own thing. So, there's three of us, and we haven't had a game together for ages, despite all being...
If it helps, we're on 8s now.
I'm gonna agree with you, my brain can't do the maths. So, basically, Dodo Studios, Toonkind Studios, well, yeah, whatever, it's about the same. Dodo Studios has kind of been on hiatus for a while. They've had a few, like, training programs running and done little side projects, a couple of two-reelers, that sort of thing. And they are starting to do a few more things. But the engineer has been working very hard on the Sea Train, which is a super secret, but not very secret project, so they're making a train that can go over and underwater, which is going to cause problems in the future. Hooray! But during this downtime, the engineer has had much more time to hang out with his kids, which, my god, I think everybody needed, so that's really, really nice. Not to say he didn't before, but, like, you know, there's a lot more time, and he can, like, actually, you know, be with them for extended amounts of time, or, like, even, like, take a day off to, like, chill with them. So, with Al first, what's the special thing that you've been doing with your train dad? Your dad?
Specifically, since Train Dad has had more time just to train Dad, Shorts Kid has dragged him to bring your parent to work day, or bring your parent to school day, or whatever the hell you call it.
Both. Why not both? How did that go? Yeah, I am fascinated.
Shorts Kid was just like, by the way, it's bring your parent to, like, work school day, and it's like, I know you're really busy, and I know it's really important to do the underwater train, and Train Dad was like, no, I got time. Let's go. I want to see your school. And Shorts Kid was like, fuck yeah, and then just immediately spent the rest of the day dragging Train Dad around everywhere.
I mean, that's absolutely
and
definitely what happened.
This is a trash can. It's where we throw our trash.
I think Train Dad would do the thing where he's like, yes, very interesting, like, taking it very seriously. Yeah.
We love the engineer.
Quick question,
also,
did he get to shoot hoops?
More, like...
Quick question, did he get to shoot hoops with the kids in the playground?
Yes.
Fuck yes.
He won.
I don't know.
It was really weird for the teachers to allow BB guns on the school property, but it worked.
Okay. That's... Oh, right.
Hoops.
I just got the joke. I am firing on all non-cylinders today. Oh my god. I'm gonna roll athletics to see how badly or otherwise Train Dad did against a mob of kids, because kids are really fast. Okay, I kind of trashed them. That was a 28. The engineer has no mercy.
Dirty 28. Dirty 28.
Literally dunking on these children. No, I don't think he would absolutely destroy them, but I think he definitely won.
Got one basket.
Yeah!
It was the only one.
I think Shorts Kid would probably be on Train Dad's side, but I do like the idea that they had, like, all of the kids versus the engineer. Just, like, 30 children against this one tiny angry Scottish guy who's like, bring it!
originally Shorts Kid was on Train Dad's side and was like, yeah, we'll kick butt. And then, like 2 minutes in, Train Dad has scored 7 baskets.
Yeah.
And Shorts Kid feels really bad.
I mean, he basically is a ball. He's orange, he bounces a lot. He has jump now. I feel like this was, a foregone conclusion. Okay, so that's how Shorts Kid has spent some pretty quality time with Train Dad already. Snailian, what's a special activity that you've, like, had time to do with your Train Dad?
I mean, I feel like the place Snailian is at right now is not like doing big crazy stuff. Just like not to talk on modern issues, but right now it is 2022. And you know that feeling when things have been bad for a while and they finally go good, which will come back again. That's the point of this statement. They're coming back. But when things like have really just not been good and then you get to the place that they're good, I think Snailian isn't really like looking forward to, okay, here's what I gotta do next, or to really impress everybody I'm going to do Y. They're just sort of like in the moment, just sort of like breathing it in and not like focused on doing a big project so much as just being with everybody. So they've spent a lot of time with Larry and with Charlie. I swear we're gonna get to that Charlie Snailian FPS. I swear it. It's gonna happen. They've been spending plenty of time with Gregory, and I think some of the things that they've been doing is, since Train Dad isn't recording when he's working on the sea boat train, I think they're spending a lot of time like on his head as he's working on it, and just like chit-chattering with him about what he's doing, talking about like the little stuff that she knows about alchemy. Artificing. That's the one. Artificing.
Honestly, he'll listen to both.
Anytime it does relate. Yeah, probably both. But just like that sort of like parallel play idea of being in people's presence rather than doing something specific.
I love that. And, you know, since Minty has come to the studio, we've all been getting much needed therapy. And, you know, Minty specialises in children's therapy, so I'm sure you two have had some opportunities to get to know the beloved green bunny, who we all love so very much. But, NG's trying to practice mindfulness and, you know, being present in the moment. He has always kind of lived like that because he's been such a I might be dead tomorrow kind of a guy. But he's trying to do that in a slightly less stressed way, which is difficult when people keep trying to assassinate you. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You ever just hug your therapist and they smell like mint?
She I think she often smells like cookies. I think that is for sure something that happens.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, Minty is the
Mint
best.
cookies?
Minty is the best.
Oh my god.
Shorts Kid is just like, alright, before we get started, opens arms. Immediate, like, Minty time.
Yeah.
Bring
we
it
all
in.
are getting our
Bring
hug
it in.
quota in. And indeed, you have both been getting the very much the huggingest of dads. He's been increasingly huggy, like, not to a clingy degree, but, you know, like, before the whole Never-Ending Train thing, he wasn't really a hugger, and that unlocked a lot of doors. And even subconsciously meeting Minty again has even, like, unlocked even more doors in terms of that, because he doesn't remember, but he kind of died on that train, so there's little things bubbling up about that. So yeah, he's very much conscious of making the most of the time that he has. And yeah, just having you with him while he's working on the project, I think he learns a lot from you, and he teaches you what he knows about mechanisms and stuff. Do you think Snailian would like impart some knowledge about space technology? Because he is curious about that, especially with the whole Star Cores thing.
I think she probably would. Oh yeah. Oh my god. You just landed on something that I was going to talk about and then I forgot. I think she also would talk about like the fact that eventually she would like to start like trying to rebuild not a star-caused craft, but an actual craft. And like anytime she brings it up, she always like emphasizes not to leave Inkwell. She'll always come back if she ever does get around to it. And roll me insight. Roll me insight. This is a complicated enough emotion that
Sure.
it's possible it's hard to
Would Shorts Kid be aware of this as well? Because we
Probably. So Shorts Kid can also roll insight.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I've got to check because it's actually a +5 now since I leveled up. 22! On it! No, my kids. 60 is not bad.
Yeah, I would say a 16 is good enough, and I'll have to figure out something extra for the engineer. Anytime Snalian talks about this stuff, you guys notice that, like, within the next couple days, she doesn't really do anything about it. You sort of get the feeling that she's sort of, like, as she talks about it, sensing it out with you guys, but she's also, like, really hesitant to actually start working on it. So she's, like, talking about it to sort of, like, try and process the possible thought, even as she keeps, like, trying to reassure you guys if she ever does do it, she will come back. And also she'll, like, take you guys with her for a quick trip around the stars. It's... Engineer specifically gets the feeling that this is, like, a complicated topic for her.
Okay, so with the 22, I'm going to anticipate that, you know, providing her with the materials just now would not be the right decision, because, like, she's still kind of working through the idea.
Yes. He can, like, tell her about ways to get access to the materials, but if he's like, all right, let's do it right now,
that'd be too much.
She would shrink back, and he's actually been able to intuit that.
That's good.
Good job, Angie.
Yay! He's learning things. He probably talked about this with Mindy as well. Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Okay, so we're just having
Been doing that.
Oh yeah, you go.
Shortskid's been doing that kid thing where, like, they can sort of feel that Snalian, like, wants to, like, go somewhere, but because Snalian is very, like, very caring and very just, like, emotionally intelligent, that they're, like, holding themselves back. So they don't know where Snalian wants to go until, like, Train Dad is, like, fucking probably, like, looking at, like, spaceships or some shit. Like, there's a magazine. I don't know. And then it's like, oh, and then Shorts Kid does the kid thing where they're like, if anybody went to space, I sure do miss Spocky, which is like Pocky, but it's from space.
Bring me back from Sparky.
Pocky, that's from space.
I think that has to be canon now. We are going to have to come up with some stat boost sort of things for if you've eaten enough Sparky, what happens. Okay, so speaking of sugar highs, I think you've both had
gives
some...
you a bonus to intelligence because Spock is very smart.
I love that, making a note of that right the fuck now. Okay. So, we've had a fairly chill day. We've done a little bit of DIY. We've done a little bit of playing. Right now, we're playing a game. What kind of a game would you like to be playing right now?
Well, Dragon Ante!
I don't know what you just said.
But we can also play another game.
What?
Triple Dragon Ante?
Okay.
Me and Gregory play it a lot.
Okay. How should we roll to intuit this game, like, and how well it's going?
I would need to check out Dungeons and Dragons.
I was like expecting you to say hide and seek or hopscotch. I was not expecting an actual fucking D&D game. I'm gonna be real.
I mean, I have no idea what Triple Dragon Ante is, so I would just say wisdom at this point.
All right,
that'll determine if Shorts Kid even knows what this game is.
Yeah, I think Snalian's introducing Shorts Kid and Train Dad to what this game is. Let's see how well we do. Should we roll intelligence or wisdom, Snail? That's your call.
I think it's gonna be intelligence, which is funny because Snalian's wisdom is better.
I have a plus nothing in intelligence. This is gonna be amazing. Okay. Let's see how they... Okay, I'm not too awkward. Oh, 6 though. 5. Oh, Shorts Kid. Is Shorts Kid eating the cards?
Holding, like, way too many cards and says, go fish.
Yes, this is a card game. It's a combination of luck and skill and blends the traditional concepts of card games such as poker, hearts, and rummy. Um, so it's a card game. Surprisingly, Train Dad is doing even a little bit better than Snailian, although Snailian is a little distracted by trying to like explain the rules.
Yeah. Snailian's trying to be the teacher in this, and now that he's got the gist, I'm afraid Train Dad is just like, it's like with the game with the basketball with the kids, like, he's competitive, I'm sorry.
Okay, do either of you guys have a blue dragon?
With the white eyes or the other sort?
This one. Holds up the card.
No,
You're not supposed to show other people your cards and don't want to steal them.
You know what? I think we've had enough of Three Dragon Ante for now. How about we... And then you all hear a peculiar noise. And it kind of goes... And you both know what this noise means because you've heard it a few times before. In Dodo Studios, there are teleportation pads. There's two. One is particularly well used. They use it to go to a particular set out in the water desert. Really convenient for a guy who's always making westerns. So that was very much worth the investment. Many years ago, he got a wizard to spend a year drawing that circle. That wizard never came back. However, this noise comes from the second teleportation pad, and he says, I was wondering when they were going to show up. Alright, so you two have met these three on some occasions, just, over Animus, and I think they visited for a birthday, but with the possibility of work picking up again, not that I won't be able to spend time with you, I thought after many years of giving my services to them, I thought I would requisition, that is hard to say with my accent, golly, some extra help around here. Do you remember your aunties and your uncle? And his three kids have shown up and are here to spend a little time with you. So they are called Ember, Ash, and Smoke. And if you give me a second, I will find the art. Where the hell did I save that to? This will make for amazing listening. Alright, so I want you two to roll history. See how well you remember your aunts and your uncle.
Alright.
Of course!
Whether you can tell them apart is another thing.
Yeah.
So for those who didn't know, the engineer had a partner a long time ago, and they had kids, and he has 21 grandchildren. So he knows these guys very well, obviously. And did the majority of raising them. Okay, yeah, 17 and the 19, you perfectly recall these three, and they are such characters. How could you not?
Just explodes in a flurry of cards because they're holding so many, and immediately sprints across the space and jumps at the fluffiest aunt/uncle.
The fluffiest one is definitely your Aunt Ember. Aunt Ember has definitely had the majority of the throwback genes to the owl department of the genetics. Very strongly resembles and is often mistaken for an owl bear, if you know what those look like. This is much of that is a little bit taller than NG, but pretty similar. So Auntie Ember is a pyrotechnics expert. She has a big company and they do everything from serious putty, that is Gelignite, to fireworks, cannonballs, the standard Acme bomb, that's their number one product, and she goes, oh, you've got heavier? Has your design changed?
I got taller because I'm older. Apparently that happens. It hasn't happened to me before, which is weird, but now I'm taller. Hi. Oh, you're soft. And Shortskin is just growing into fluff.
How are you, my darling? Oh, I'm fine, thank you very much. Oh, you're so huge, I'm gonna fall over. And Ember does, in fact, comically fall over, and with a lovely plump sound. Snailian, which one of these do you home in on?
So here's the thing. Snailian is all about fairness. So a silent image appears on, is it Aunt Ash or Uncle Ash?
It's Uncle Ash in the middle. Uncle Ash is a house husband, and he does a lot of like community projects. Is very much sort of the person who gets the locality up and going and throws parties. Is really big at Animus, like really good at getting crowds sorted. So like has inherited the director thing, but very happily married to a very handsome owl, and they've both had a great life together. And your Aunt Smoke on the far right waves very shyly, and she is mute and moves in a very wispy, wiggly sort of a way. It feels like a real rubber hose. Somehow that's got in there. But yeah, Smoke is a novelist, and she writes plays and poetry. And yeah, she does a lot of communication with TSL, which is Toon Sign Language. So she signs to Snailian that she's very happy to see her and hopes that everything's going okay.
So Snailian like puts a silent image on Uncle Ash, like on the nose, and is like waving and hi, and puts a silent image in front of Smoke that is Toon signing back that she's so excited, she wasn't expecting everybody to come over, and her real self is still next to the engineer, like nubbins clasped over her cheeks, just beaming because she's so happy that they all came to visit. She's so excited she hasn't moved yet. She's just used her silent images.
Aww.
Well, you probably has now gotten off of Auntie Ember. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Go.
Shorts Kid has gotten off of Auntie Ember. Auntie Ember gives the fucking best hugs, just because of the sheer amount of fluff. So you always gotta hit up her first. Not to mention she smells good, like a campfire.
She does. You're so right. You are so right. Always like a tiny little bit singed, but like in the good way. Like a really nice wood smoke fire. It's like, it smells very good. Yeah, they're all so happy to see you. And the engineer likewise is giving his kids his, the OG trio lots of love and attention and hugs. And he says, "Are you alright? Like, I was half expecting to have an army. Have you got someone to do the babysitting?" "Oh, well, it was a bit tricky, but yes, we did manage at the last minute." And Uncle Ash nods and says, "Well, yes, it was a little bit tricky, but we've managed to do it, and we're here to spend as much time with you as you want. We can even stay overnight if you want."
In the background, because Auntie Smoke doesn't do because Auntie Smoke does usually to inside, Shorts Kid has tackled Auntie Smoke.
I think Smoke just goes down. She's not she's very light and just sort of collapses.
Just funny background event is that Shorts Kid has tackled Auntie Smoke and is now where did the chicken nuggets come from? They are attempting to feed their aunt.
I mean, Sal always keeps you well supplied. Let's face it, you would know. So yeah, you have your aunt and uncle over to stay for the night, and the engineer is going to go off and attempt to make dinner. I'm gonna roll to see how that goes later on. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I think Sal will probably be there to supervise so you don't end up with actual coal. The other three probably wouldn't mind. So,
yeah,
yes,
that's the thing.
Uncle Ash beaming and holding, I think, the original Snailian. I mean, he thinks it's the original Snailian. Always very hard to tell with, the multiple images thing. And he says, "So, how is everything? How would you like to spend the night with us? I mean, I know your Aunt Ember has some fireworks. We could set those off later."
That would be so fun. Like when it gets really dark, but it's not quite the time that we have to sleep yet, so we don't yet have to be like settling down. Because I know that if Short's kid gets really wound up, it's really really hard for them to immediately like go to sleep. So like a little bit before we have to start winding down, that would be amazing.
Aunt Smoke is nodding enthusiastically. Aunt Smoke is a big fan of bedtime, so
Good for her. Good for her, and I agree.
she's an artist. She's
Short's
very
kid who was,
tired a
like,
lot of the
just-
time.
Short's kid who is just like they've done that kid thing where they are standing like in front of Aunt Smoke and has like is holding both of her arms, just like now I have you are trapped in this hug.
Aunt Smoke does not seem to protest and thinks that this is very nice. So yeah, we have a good half hour. What would you like to do with your family members? Like, have you got any ambitions for these guys?
Oh, as soon as Ash as soon as Ash like gets distracted or lets his guard down, Short's kid's gonna tackle him from behind.
Oh, you
fool!
my father.
Just and Short's kid's just like and that's 4-0 favoring me.
I'll get you next time.
When did you tackle the engineer?
And they all look at each other.
That's how many times that I've tackled Uncle Ash before.
They all look at each other, and Aunt Ember sort of gets a maniacal grin and says, "How about we try to get the engineer?"
A secret tackle?
Oh my secret
God.
tackle! It's a bit time I got revenge.
You gotta be
Well-
careful about his old man bones, though.
Oh,
And more than be careful about his old man bones, we gotta do it in a way that he's not scared that he's being assassinated, because that's still been a problem, even though it's been less of a problem. We want him to be startled, not scared.
They nod and agree that this is reasonable. Though they know their dad pretty well, so like they're pretty sure he will know. And I gotta tell you, this is gonna be tricky because this was kind of out of character, but well, not out of character, out of playtime. But the engineer about a year and a half ago, like asked everybody that he knew in the studio to occasionally try and jump on him, to like basically get more good at evading such attempts, which it resulted, if I recall, with Larry immediately smacking him in the face with a banjo, which was incredible, and really he should have seen that coming. Really deserved that. The result of this training is partly an excuse to explain why he now has a passive perception of 19. So
You're gonna have to roll really good.
you're gonna have to roll really good. However, you have 3 co-conspirators. You have some pyrotechnics available. So this is the game. You are going to play sneak up on Train Dad. So how would you like to do this? This is basically the squad meeting to like plan out tactics. How are you gonna do this?
Okay, so Shortsky knows they have pyrotechnics, so immediately they're like, okay, so we have potential snacks to lure Train Dad in.
Ah, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. It's very partial to my firecrackers.
We definitely want to make it so that Snailian sort of like squints to the side, and they're like, so like the more times that we get a chance to get him without him realizing that we're trying to get him, the better our odds are. So if we could like find a way that we could get one of us, he pays attention to one of us, and then everybody else tries to glomp him, we would have a lot better odds that somebody will surprise him. Right?
Mm-hmm. Aunt Smoke is nodding enthusiastically, and Uncle Ash says, "Ah, yes, the very good tactics. You're very cunning, aren't you?"
Snailian sort of like flounces around a little bit like, oh, well, I did try.
You get a pinch on the cheek.
We
The
could
classic
also
pinch on the cheek.
Take the train dad and jump on him.
Well, yes, that's the end game, but how we get there is another thing, because after several years of trying to do it, we've only managed to do it how many times? And they all sort of collectively count on their mismatched number of fingers. You know, they all inherited different numbers of digits. Uncle Ash has 2, Aunt Smoke only has 1, Aunt Ember has the full 4, and they managed to count. I will count. They have managed to get Train Dad 2d10 times. Let's see how many times that is. 13 times. In their entire lives, they have managed to get Train Dad, which isn't too bad, honestly.
Yeah, that's a lot higher than I was worried it was going to be.
Me too. I think D10 might have been generous, but you know what? I like it.
They're kids. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I figured we could just use our legs to get to him.
Well, ha ha. You're so funny, Shorts Kid. Ha
There's the big evil SpongeBob grin.
Aunt Smoke is
He
sat
like
there.
Krabby Patty, don't you Squidward type deal.
Yeah, Aunt Smoke is sat there with a thought bubble, and her thought bubbles are always smoky grey. It kind of looks like a like a train's smoke coming out of the top of her head, and then it forms into an exclamation mark, and Aunt Smoke wiggles her fingers at you, or fingers, like, they're basically just like kind of flippers that she's got. It's, anyway, and you suddenly feel very, very quiet. And you have got, whatever it's called. Cat's Grace.
Ooh.
So, you have got sneaking abilities.
Sneaky. I don't think I have any spells that would help. Let me check, though. I gotta check. So I could always send the engineer a message if we ever need to do that. Snellian is like looking in their helmet, but their helmet is like scrolling up, and they have like a list of spells that's like in their helmet, so they're just sort of like scrolling up, going like, I could help, but I can use speak with animals always, so I could always get some animals on our side.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. I mean, we can open the windows and see if there's any pigeons outside.
And I have Misty Step. If we need to get me somewhere fast.
Oh, I like that one. That one's clever.
I figured out how to cast Hold Person right, so I could just like point at him.
But that wouldn't be surprising. You always cast Hold Person on NG.
Well, yeah, but that's just because sometimes he gets really busy and he's like, I don't want to sleep. And then I'm like, but I want to sleep and you're cozy. Because, like, I don't get warm. I'm cold a lot.
Aww.
We should get you like a heating pack that you like can like crack, and every time it rewarms. I know there's something like that.
I've got one of those.
It's called Train Dad.
I mean, he does very well at that, but I've got something for you. Where did I put it? And gonna roll hammer space for Aunt Amber. Let's see.
First kid holds up both their hands and they're like, no.
5.
Give me one. I can't make the excuse.
Give her one anyway.
Okay, so what Aunt Ember brings out of her hammer space is, it looks like a Roman candle. So, you know, like one of those fireworks that just goes for ages. But this is one where basically if you light it, it's an instant campfire, a very safe one. So you can like sit in its radiance and recover from the cold, basically. This will give you cold resistance as long as you're very close to it. So you have that now. That's in your itinerary. Congratulations.
It's very good. Shorts Kid is now like, I don't know how someone who is like 5 times the size of the other does like the kid slappy fight with Snailian, but that's what Shorts Kid is doing.
very carefully.
Very
That's
carefully.
how you do it.
Yeah.
Just
Very
like with
tiny
the
pillows.
instead of the whole hand, it's just the little fingers. It's the individual fingers.
I imagine you have pillow fights, but like with marshmallows, basically.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so what's the plan? Because I want to make sure that we kind of get through this. So what? You have 3 people that you can direct. You have Cat's Grace, so that means you have advantage on dexterity. You take no falling damage under like a absurd amount. And yeah, you have like 3 people who have specialties. So to remind you, you have a pyrotechnic specialist. You have someone who's fairly good at like organizing groups. I will imply that that means they also have sending a message. So yeah, sort of secret message sender. And Unsmoke seems to be fairly fluid and a bit sneaky.
Yeah. Shortskit's like, Auntie Smoke is quiet, and then signs like as Shortskit is speaking, signs very very clumsily. They're new at this, but they sign Auntie Smoke's sign name, which for Shortskit is probably like S and then like a heart, something like that. Just
Unsmoke
very cutesy.
Unsmoke has no eyes, much like everybody else in their family. But like you swear, like is welling up. Is just like goes like a brighter shade of orange. Has definitely inherited the glowing thing, and is just like so cute.
Yeah. Shortskid tries to sign what they're speaking, but sometimes they don't have the right word for it. So I imagine that Snailian usually picks up the slack if Shortskid looks at them, because they'll like stall out like, I don't know what this word is.
Listen, you're making the effort, and that means
Snailian.
everything to her. She's so proud of you.
Yeah, so it's like, Aunt Smoke is really like stealthy, and we need to find the train dad, so we need recon, which is short for re can find him.
Okay, that one was a good one. That I forgive you for the other one because that one was very good.
No, that's genuinely what it stands for, right?
It's very close. We'll go with that. So, Smokey, do you want to go and see if you can locate our father? You can tell me when you have.
And yeah, Uncle Ash just taps his head in a knowing sort of a way. You get a feeling like these 3 were absolute nightmares at school together. Like, if you can imagine engineer at school, that was a problem. 3 of them, my god.
God, Uncle Ash definitely helps with NASA.
Yes, absolutely. Oh yeah, no, they're definitely involved in all of that. I almost had this with TP Barnum instead, so that you could be like talking about that, but I was like, no, we want family time. So,
No, it's fine. It's a family business.
it's a family business. I really dig this. Okay, so are we sending Aunt Smoke off to find where Train Dad is and report the situation?
Yeah.
Okay, so she is going to roll stealth, basically, to see if she can find Train Dad without being spotted. And she's going to use that, oh, bother, what's it called? Pass without a trace, because she can do that. And that will give me an absurd amount of bonus. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Wow. Okay, Unsmoke just kind of disappears. It like really does look like, you know, she might have turned invisible, but in fact she's just that sneaky. And she manages to dim herself, like she's just been glowing because she's so proud of you. But yeah, she sort of goes poof and snakes away. And after a very small amount of time, Ash says,
Oh, I've got a ping. Oh, I see. Oh, well, that's a bit of a shame. I don't really want to spoil the surprise, but, well, he would, wouldn't he? Okay, here's the thing. So, our father is, backstage. It seems that he's got, a little bit of a surprise for us. Is it okay if we spoil that?
Shortskid is just like, is this the same thing he was working on, like, most of this week that he wouldn't let me look at?
I think it might be.
Then, like, Shortskid's like, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well,
If we surprise him while he's trying to surprise us, then that just makes it a double surprise, and that's always good.
that's very true. Okay, so he's at the back of the studio where the track is. Willow's not there at the moment, but I think somebody else is.
Okay. So I think what we need to do is we need to find a way for me to get close and then for you guys to get right on top of him. Because I can glomp with a Misty Step. So I don't need to be right up there. So I could act as like a lookout.
That sounds fine by me. I mean, you could go and join Anti-Smoke.
I would need a way to get there because I'm not as stealthy as she is.
Ah, well, I mean, Shorts Kid, you're very good at space. Is there something you can do to help her?
And Shorts Kid thinks about it. I got spells. I don't know how helpful they'll be. Because my cantrips are light, mage hand, mending, and molder. So I could probably just keep within sight and then physically lift Snailian with my space magic.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
you could
it's
mage
not
hand
what
me
your-
over.
It's not what your mage hand can do. I mean, she's probably light enough.
Yeah.
Well,
and,
I'm very small.
Shorts Kid casts Mage Hand, and it's a very cute like cartoon hand that picks up Snailian by like the back of the shell, like the way you would pick up a kitten.
Oh my god.
Okay, now we're doing it, I guess. Woohoo!
No, like I'm just testing it. It's okay.
Okay,
I
I mean,
want to make sure that you don't get seasick.
yeah, roll me Constitution. Maybe with advantage because, I mean, Shorts Kid is being very gentle with you.
Yeah, like instead of doing the there's a like old people use the computer by slowly moving their mouse across the
Whoa.
screen so they can see it, and then they double click. Shorts Kid is doing that sort of movement instead of being like, it's over here, now it's over here, now it's over there.
Okay,
because
Snail
they
got
don't
a
want
nat 20, so I think you're good. I think you're good.
You could throw her and she'd
Literally
be
can't
fine.
get any better than that. Okay. So we're basically all sneaking into the back half of the studio. So I think everybody, aside from Auntie Smoke, who is already there and is so invisible, it's unbelievable. I think we all need to roll stealth. So you want to do that, or you can cast invisibility or anything else you want to help you get along with that.
Shorts Kid starts humming the "Don't Be Suspicious" song.
That will
Snailian
help.
joins in.
That will help. Anyway, with Catch
Don't
Grace,
be
you already
suspicious.
have
Don't be suspicious.
advantage. So roll me stealth with advantage, and I will roll for these two after you guys have gone. 16.
All right, that's a 16.
16's alright. 16's alright.
16's not bad.
No.
Just don't be suspicious.
Snail, you gonna roll stealth? Oh no, wait, you're being carried. So like basically yours is tied to.
Sorry.
No, you're being carried, so you don't have to roll stealth. Like you're just there. You're just there. And now we're going to have, oh god, bless her, Aunt Ember, who has a -1.
Oh no!
A 15.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
No, that's not
Pretty
fantastic.
good. Don't be suspicious song is working.
Yeah. And Ash has a +3, which is not bad. 16. All right. So you're all doing the "Don't Be Suspicious" and the classic tune "Walk Sneak." The one. However, with the engineer's absurdly good passive perception, someone, I think it's Aunt Ember, treads on a creaky floorboard, and you suddenly all have to hide. So I want you all to roll dex.
Okay, let's go into dexterity, which is that's a +3. Shorts Kid's got good dexterity.
Yeah.
Dex saving throw or natural dex?
I feel like it's natural dex, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is saving.
I'll go with natural dex.
Okay.
Oh no! Snalian's just floating there.
Shorts Kid fucking sprint, like just new. You don't see them jump, but they are now in a vent in the ceiling.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh god, Aunt Ember, she's fucking she tripped, man. I think that might be related to your 6 somehow. And Ash, let's see how Ash does. Okay, Ash is fine. Ash and Short's kid, you manage to dive out of the way. I think Ash dives into one of those stage barrels, you know, that are always on set in a Western movie. And as the lid is clattering shut, Aunt Ember and Snailian just kind of hit the dirt, like, you know, trying to hide behind something, and the something falls over, and the something knocks something else over, and something else over, and something else over. So you have a dominoes effect, and you just have this sort of cloud of dust that's settling, and your good old dad has spotted you and says, "Oh, well, come on! What was that?"
Snailian casts Misty Step and appears and flops on Engineer's dad. Got you!
Oh, I see we're playing that game, are we? And
yeah, Auntie Ember and I thought that it would be really funny. And Snailian is like emphasizing Auntie Ember and I. Mm-hmm. Everybody, you still have another chance.
I'm gonna roll insight on that to see if he falls for it. Considering he knows his children. A 20.
I will roll.
He fucking is gonna have to be very fooled. This had better be a good deception, my dude.
I know.
Bring on the puppy eyes. Puppy dog eyes, do it.
Deception is not as good as persuasion, but there's no way persuasion's gonna work.
Deception, dude. Oh! 15. You try. You look very cute and innocent, and you've got your lovely updated design with your heart-shaped mouth, and you flutter your eyelashes, and he just grins at you, and cracks his neck from side to side. By the way, there's something huge where Willow usually is, under a massive piece of cloth, and you can probably guess what it is. On the other hand, like, he's like, well, we're already past that point, so he's like, all right, I do like a game of hide and seek, so let's see how this goes. And he is now, the hunter has become the hunted. I'm afraid Train Dad is going to try and find you before you can jump on him. However, Ash and Short's kid, you have both hidden successfully. You also have Smoke up in, I think Smoke basically did a noodling up into the rafters. We all like the rafters in Dodo Studios, so you do have backup support there. You have advantage for, like, you know, you have a move, basically, before Train Dad starts actually, like, getting serious to try and find you. What do you want to do, Shorts Kid?
Shorts Kid is currently in the vents. The vent cover has been replaced, and they now know that they have alerted the Train Dad. Mm-hmm. He is suspicious.
He is.
So, Shorts Kid is very quietly navigating the vents, like some kind of terrifying horror game monster.
Yeah, it's almost like she vented. Hey.
Yep.
There's a Shorts Kid among us. Right, okay, roll me stealth with advantage. I mean, you were already going to get that, so but, like, I will say my DC to beat it is, like, way higher than usual. 12.
Oh my god. Fucking Shorts Kid is larger now. Mm-hmm. They're not used to that. It's been a while since they've been in the vents, so they take a couple of steps, and they're heavier, and Shorts Kid falls out the bottom of part of the vents.
Okay, in order to try and save you...
No.
In order to try and save you, your Uncle Ash is going to try and distract Train Dad, and takes off one of his shoes and throws it, and is going to roll persuasion, I guess? Yeah? Okay. I mean, I don't know if that would be deception or persuasion.
I think it would be deception.
Okay,
because it's trying to, like, impersonate something that's bigger than a shoe.
That's a lower bonus. It's not bad. A 10. Oh no!
Oh,
the ploy is too obvious. I think I'll have to.
Wait. Mm-hmm. Can Snailian try to distract Train Dad in order to give a bonus to the deception?
Yeah, sure. You can help. How are you helping? Describe that.
So Snailian knows that Train Dad doesn't have eyes. So Snailian is definitely like, oh no, it's totally just us, me and Aunt Ember, definitely us, and they're like gesturing wildly, and Gloop is flying in little particles everywhere, and they're essentially just trying to make a big spectacle so that when any noise happens, it sounds bigger, and they like react really big, like, oh no, Aunt Ember, did you fall down again?
Oh, yes, I did. What a shame. Yeah, she's picking up on that and helping. So I'm going to roll that again. That's a 17.
Oh,
That's a 17.
yes.
Okay, here's the test. So Train Dad is going to roll perception, just straight perception, and we're going to see what happens. A 12! He falls for it! He falls for it.
Ah!
So the distraction of your cleverly playing on the fact that he does largely rely on his owl hearing in these specific circumstances, and so it is kind of unnerving when he hears something clatter in a direction that he wasn't expecting, and his head does that really unnerving swivel because he is part owl, and it just fucking spins. Shorts Kid, you are safe, and you manage to basically climb back into the vent that you nearly fell out of. How are you going to proceed?
Shorts Kid is like, oh my god, I just saw my life flash before my eyes, and takes a moment,
Yeah.
and then it's like, alright, I'm fine. And then continues crawling through the vents because they're going to sneak up on Train Dad.
Okay, while
They're
you're
gonna
doing that, in
fucking
order to
do
help, Aunt Smoke is going to play up to her name and is casting, I can't remember what it's called. It's like Foggy Cloud or something. But basically, suddenly, there's a strange amount of mist in the room. It looks like someone has been chain smoking, and Train Dad is like, Smokey, I know that's you, and you just hear a sort of in the rafters. That's like Smokey like getting the fuck out of Dodge. 19. Yeah, you're doing good already. Yeah, go with that 19.
Yeah, so Shorts Kid emerges from the vent, and like the smoke is slowly falling towards the ground, and you see like the chaotic child, like you know when you turn on the lights in the dark, or you turn off the lights, or you're looking around and you just see a reflective cat's eyes?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah, so like Shorts Kid is like just slowly walking towards Train Dad. Through the smoke, all you see is the glittering gold of the reflective irises.
God, that's so fucking spooky. If I didn't know we were just playing, I'd be like, ah! Okay. I think he's still, like, pretty distracted. I will roll perception again, but, like, with disadvantage because of the smoke, and you're being very stealthy, so, like, I'm gonna have to do fucking well. Oh, shit, that is really good, though.
Disadvantage!
It's an 11. That's an 11. It could have been a 25, but with everything that's happening, it is an 11. I think you are very close behind your Train Dad. How do you want to do this?
Oh, Shorts Kid, like, then sends to Ash, their position. And, like, just like, alright, I'm here. It's gonna be 5-0, and Shorts Kid tackles him!
Yes! I'm not gonna make you fucking roll for it. You tackle your dad, and you actually get a rare event, which is the engineer making a sort of a squawk. Like, I can't do it, like, but like the eagle squawk of surprise. Like, you actually managed to surprise him, and he's like, oh, bleh! And everybody else is laughing. Like, his kids are actually in tux because they're like, oh, we made him make the noise, yeah! And you finally understand why they keep doing this, because they love making him make that noise. And it's very
It's just like,
excruciating.
what the hell was that? They're sitting on top of Train Dad's back. That was the best noise I've ever heard! Do it again!
Isn't it fantastic? I want to be able to record that someday.
Aunt Ember is just remaining on the floor, pounding the floor with her fist. And it's just like, you can actually feel the boards vibrating. She's very strong. She's not stealthy, but she's strong as hell. Yes, the naughty trio reconvene and give Train Dad a hug, and he is steaming. He's I love you, but no! So congratulations. You won my sneak up on Train Dad game. As he gives you a sort of rueful hug, which is it's a little bit tighter than usual. It's kind of an upbraiding hug.
Shorts kid licks his cheek.
Well, alright, I'll let you off because of that, because it was cute. And he gives you all a big
No,
kiss.
it's one of those things where, like, he hugs, like, oh, you little rascal, and then Shorts kid's just like, I can be worse.
You see, that doesn't work in his case because he's, like, kind of part fox. He was like, oh, thank you. It's like, that's not what it's supposed to be. But yeah, he gives you all a big squeeze and is like, well, you probably already guessed I was gonna show you after dinner, but alright. Here you go. And he reaches back and gets hold of a piece of this fabric. And originally this train was going to look very different, but then...
Wait. We gotta guess what it is.
Oh,
we gotta guess what it is.
I don't expect you will be able to guess, but go ahead. Try and guess what's under the big sheet.
Rocket ship.
Oh, you're so close. You're close. But it's not. And he rips down the fabric. And I apologize for using pre-existing photograph, but my hand's broke lately. So what you see is this.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's the Polar Express.
It's gorgeous. It is sleek. It is blue. It is Art Nouveau, Art Deco. I meant, it's probably Art Nouveau on this inside in places. And originally the steam train was going to look a lot different if you've seen those other blueprints. It still has this kind of strange track that's attached to the wheels. So basically the track unzips itself and rezips itself and acts as a Moebius strip paddle system. It's kind of like somewhere between a train and a crazy looking, whatever you call it, steamboat. That's the principle of it, so it can go under the water and over the water. And it has taken a long time, and you are the first people, aside from Bob, who helped very much in making this, to see the sea train in its full glory. And even his kids are kind of like, Dad, you kind of went overkill with this, it looks amazing.
Oh my god, he's so pretty! And Shorts kid wiggles out of the hug and immediately goes over to the big train.
Yes.
Splat does that thing where, like, starfish is on the front, like, hi, I'm Shorts kid, it's nice to meet you, I know your older sister Willow.
I think...
You are so pretty!
I think that's so good that, like, yeah, the train, as inanimate as it is, seems to exude a noise, and it's kind of like a whale song noise.
Oh, I know. Oh, we gotta name you. We gotta name you. Oh,
Hey, that's what I was actually gonna ask you all, and especially since you've got the better of me, I thought who better to name her than you lot. Or him, did you say?
yeah, cause like he's big and he's like, people always make ships ladies, but like he just seems like a guy.
Alright,
But like
I'll go
gender
with
is
that.
fake anyway, so.
So, what is his name? I've been trying to think about it for weeks, and clearly I'm not the right person to name it, so how about you?
The good boy!
The good boy!
No, that can be his title.
Ember is on the floor again.
For
That's-
like the paperwork.
The good boy, fucking...
Just like, cause Willow's name is Willow, which is really pretty and like serious. And like they're a land train, and that's a tree. So I'm thinking that because he's a sea train, we need a sea thing.
Oh, I like that. That's very
Sea
clever.
sponge!
The sea sponge sounds a wee bit slow, don't you think?
And like, Uncle Ash is trying to be nice about it, but it's also kind of like...
Okay, maybe, current doesn't sound good.
Okay, it's not like... what's a blue whale scientific name? Cause like, what are the biggest whales?
Oh, pick, I don't know.
I was thinking about calling him Baleen, but I don't think that's like a good like fast name.
Don't know, it's got a certain charm to it.
Cause like Baleen is the name of like, cause like blue whales are they're filter feeders, We learned about this in school. And Shorts Kid, for once, starts child info dumping because they really like whales.
I like baleen.
Good.
I like baleen.
Yeah,
I think
'cause,
it
like,
make me that.
They're really big, and the way that they eat is that they like suck in water through their front, and then they push it back out again, and they catch tons of really tiny little shrimps, and then they eat them. So they're huge, but they run on just like the smallest things possible, and they're really gentle, and then they have the cool like when they go above water, and I think they're neat.
Alright, I think we've got it. I think it's baleen, but codename Good Boy. How's that?
His full name is Baleen the Good Boy.
Baleen the Good Boy.
He's the goodest boy.
Hey, he certainly is that, and he's going to do a great amount of good. Thank you very much. And I'm back in starved. Let's see if Cells managed to make something better than the absolute dishwater that I managed to cook up. I had to give up. I'm very sorry. I tried.
Did you put the dishes in the water? That's not food. That's not food, Dad.
I mean, it's food for him. I've seen him just like, he didn't want to do the dishes, so he just ate the dish.
Oh, listen, our cuisine is a little bit spicy for the likes of you, so honestly, dishwater was probably more edible than what you would usually cook.
Shorts Kid is now covering the front end of Baleen with like stickers.
Yay!
Like star stickers.
Oh my god. That's so cute, like starfish, oh my god. Yeah, so you have met Baleen, the sea train. It is complete, and it has taken a long time, and it will feature in the future, but I thought that this was as good an opportunity as any to give you all the reveal, and this was very cute. I think the game ends with us all going and having dinner and eating like monsters, and then we all go onto the roof and we watch fireworks, because Auntie Amber is fucking good at fireworks. Yeah!
Just so good, and just Shorts Kid is just like, oh, I saved you this one, and pulls out the Roman candle campfire and gives it to Train Dad, it's dessert for you.
Are you sure? No! Are you positive I can eat this? I mean, it looks kind of special. And he's partly looking at Auntie Ember because he's like, I don't know if I'm allowed to do this because you gave this to my child.
Auntie Ember will give me another one.
Hey,
All I gotta do is this, and then Shorts Kid does like the very cute like big eyes, and then like where they poke their cheek, like, aw, ain't I adorable?
That's
and
my
they shiver.
That's my Shorts Kid. And you get a ruffle on the head because, you know, those acting lessons, they're coming good.
But like also you can split it with her.
Hey, that's true.
Like you I would eat some of it, but it doesn't work for me.
Shorts Kid isn't allowed to eat fireworks anymore.
No, it's not really applicable to their diet, but thank you very much. I will enjoy this. And he does! And you get the sort of, you know, he swallows it, it's like, hey, that's very nice. And then you hear a sort of soft, muffled explosion from his stomach. That's the good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shorts Kid like just like leans over on Auntie Ember and is just like, thank you for the present, and snug.
Aww. And yeah, she's the one this time who gets a bit snuffled up and choked up because she's big,
But
she's
you
gruff,
guys were
but
the
she's very
real
soft.
present.
Yes! They are just like all going, "Mwah!" It's so soppy, and fireworks continue, and I think we fade to black because I have to go. But this was very, very nice and soft, and I hope you had a nice time. And yeah, you got some quality time with your uncle, auntie,
That was
uncle.
so heckin' good.
Yay!
was
Wanted
so
to introduce them
good.
for ages, but I never had an opportunity. So here you are. Y'all got extended.
All
fast.
right.
Like, oh, the world building, so good.
Yay!
Anyway, I'm
Everybody's-
just like, Willow, I still love Willow. Baleen is so good.
Yeah, well, we got a land train
They're all
and we got a
good.
sea train. I mean, the next one's going to be a sky train, but that is probably going to be for a while off. The sea train
Oh
took long
god, we
enough.
gotta come up with more names!
Yay! Baleen is
Space
great.
Train!
I really like Baleen. I love that. Okay.
It really is good.
Very, very good.
Okay, everybody say bye for the recording.
Bye!
Bye for the recording!
Bye for the recording.
Thanks for listening. Goodbye.